I defeated another god. Yes, it wasn't the full aspect of Hersing, but it was nonetheless a god. This would be my third. However, I'm not so overconfident and blind to my own power. I took the measure of Dagoth in the heart chamber when he began hitting me, and I knew that I would not last long against him. Only when the heart was destroyed was I able to dispatch him for the last time. Then there is Almalexia. She was tough. I will not fault her power, but I was still able to defeat her, and once again, the heart of Lorcan was by then gone. So both of their godly powers were taken by then. While I don't compare myself to that of the gods, I do believe that I am sufficient enough to defeat pretty much anything beneath them, though I would not want to spend the rest of my life testing that. What I've already accomplished is good enough for me. With the great hunt over, the werewolves taken care of, the Nords of the island satisfied, and all set to right again, I cannot imagine what else there is for me to do at Raven Rock. Yeah, there are just a handful of people here in this new town, but a lot of work is being done, and the settlement is progressing much faster than I could have expected. It seems like it was just yesterday, when it was just Falco and the 3 miners I escorted over there from Fort Frostmoth. I'm not the frontier settlement-making type. I am, I guess, a pampered city mer. I can count on both hands how many times I have spent sleeping outdoors since returning to Vardenfell. I grew up in Vivec and then moved to the Imperial City, so that is where I'm comfortable. When one can mark and recall or teleport to a temple or shrine in seconds from wherever you are, then finding a comfortable bed for the night isn't too difficult. That is why I was in for a bit of a shock when coming to Solstheim for the first time. There were no real beds anywhere until I began interacting with the Nords. Yes, a pampered person I am, and I will remain that way, so if there isn't much more for me to do on this island, then I shall be departing with Shani soon. But first, let's talk to Falco. Okay. After a night spent next to my love, I think it's time to read one of my last books that I haven't gone through. Something that's more pertinent, I think, to my situation. Vivec and Mephala. Who is Almsivi? Morrowind is holy country, and its gods are flesh and blood. Collectively, these gods are called the Tribunal, the Triune, Almsivi, 3 deities exemplifying Dunmeri virtues. Almalexia is mercy, Vivec is mastery, and Sothasil is mystery. Vivec is easily the most popular of them all. Vivec is also the most public, for he is the beloved warrior poet of the true people. Paradoxically beautiful and bloody, Vivec is an artistic violence. Vivec is represented in temple literature and liturgy as one of the divine kings of Morrowind. He guards the sacred Valathi subcontinent of Vardenfell and stands guard over Red Mountain, the gate to Hell. He is part of the Holy Tribunal, a god of the New Temple, and an aspect of the blessed and righteous Almsivi. Yes, most Dunmer pronounce it as Vivec. I've always just said Vivec. But I am fully aware that most people say Vivec. This explicit presentation of Vivec, the guardian god king and warrior poet, is one of the most accessible and familiar to Westerners. However, it is important to remember that Vivec is also known to the Dunmer as the transcendent evolution of the Daedra that anticipated him. Black Hands Mephala, a foundation figure of the earliest Chimer. This darker side of Vivec does not appear in the popular literature and liturgy, but is instinctively understood and accepted by the Dunmer as an integral part of Vivec's divine aspect. A more complete appreciation of the complex nature of Vivec requires an understanding of the nature of Vivec's anticipation, Mephala, and the darker themes represented by Daedra Lord's modes and motivations. Who is Mephala? Each of the 3 tribunes of the temple were represented in the dawn of the Chimeri culture by their anticipations. These anticipations are known to the West as the sinister Daedra Lords Azura, Boethia, and Mephala. In temple theology, however, Azura is the anticipation of Sothasil, the mage lord of Almsivi. Boethia is the anticipation of Almalexia, Almsivi's mother and lady. Mephala is the anticipation of Vivek. According to legend, under the guidance of these three Daedra lords, a discontented throng of Altmer transformed themselves into a new people and founded a new land, and while Boethia, the so-called prince of plots, provided the revolutionary methods needed to bring about this transformation, Mephala was the shadowy implementer of those methods. As known in the West, Mephala is the demon of murder, sex, and secrets. All of these themes contain subtle aspects and violent ones: assassination, genocide, courtship, orgy, tact, poetic truths. Mephala is understood, paradoxically, to contain and integrate these contradictory themes, and all these subtle undercurrents and contradictions are present in the Dunmer concepts of Vivek, even if they are not explicitly described and explained in the Temple doctrine. The Dunmer do not envision Lord Vivek as a creature of murder, sex, and secrets. Rather, they conceive of Lord Vivek as a benevolent king, guardian warrior, poet, artist, but at the same time, unconsciously, they accept the notion of darker, hidden currents beneath Vivek's benevolent aspects. For example, one of the most striking, persistent myths associated with Vivek is the story that Vivek conspired with his co-rulers, Almalexia, Sothisil, in the murder of Lord Nerevar, the greatest of Dunmer heroes and generals. The story is derived from Ashlander oral tradition and is flatly contradicted by all temple traditions. Nonetheless, the tale is firmly established in the Dunmer imagination, as if to say, of course Vivek would never have conspired to murder Lord Nerevar, but it happened so long ago, who can know the truth? The public face of Vivek is benign, sensitive, compassionate, and protective of his followers. At the same time, the Dunmer seem irrationally comfortable with the hidden aspects of Vivek, the darker components of violence, lust, and conspiracy associated with the more primitive and ruthless impulses of the anticipations. I pretty much knew all this. What I think happened is this anticipations thing with the temple was just a way of saying, hey, the Chimer gods, these are your new gods, and this is what makes it all fit together so you can worship the new gods. It's just more false nonsense and control by the temple, at least the old temple. They can't hide what they are anymore. I won't let them. Okay, well, I think it's time to return to Ravenrock. We've got more work to do down there. Falco has ordered me to follow Urin Marin in the mines. His name is Urin? To see if he's really stealing. I'm not supposed to be seen by anyone. Well, that's not going to be easy. So I remember him saying, what? My information was very reliable. It may be that he was tipped off by someone. I don't claim to have a monopoly on spying here at Raven Rock. Well, if we don't have any evidence, then we'll just have to catch him red-handed. He should be in the mine. Follow him and see if he does anything suspicious. Take care not to be seen by anyone, as they could alert him to your presence. By anyone. Okay, Shani, we're gonna go in the mines. Talk to her on the way about this. Can't be seen by anyone. But everyone goes in the mines. Okay. There's no one around. You know what could help? I haven't used this ring in quite a while. I'm not sure how long it even lasts. But I'm invisible now. Urin Marin? I think that's a Dunmer. He won't be able to see me. I think that's him, is it not? What's he doing here? Alright. Well, the last name Marin's a giveaway that it's Dunmer. What's he doing? I feel like just going and hitting the fetcher in the head. forcing him to tell me where the damn ore is. I don't think that this ring of Khajiit lasts forever. This is the invisibility for it. I think... You know... It's not really stealing if he's just placing it next to the other ore. I followed Urin Marin to the storage room, where he has no business being. Yeah, but... Well, the only thing to do is to... Maybe he's just taking ore from here and stashing it in here, and then we'll one day take it all out. I mean, I don't know what else he could be doing. This is a very boring mine. Couple Dunmer facing the opposite way. But, you know, if I was a miner, I'd want a boring mine. I wouldn't want it full of the usual stuff that I've come across here in my adventures. Alright, so we have Imperial.
Well met.
Hello. Yes, what is it? You know Urin Marin, right? You know, it's just, yeah, he works here. Well, I don't want to tip my hand saying I'm investigating anything, so that might have already been enough bringing up his name. Oh, it keeps going deeper. It's as deep as it goes. Okay. Well, I guess I'll head back up. See if he's still there. Wrong Dunmer. Urin Marin's over here. Yeah, that's him. Hey.
There's a perfectly good explanation for this, I assure you.
Really? What is the explanation? Snell Rilvain, what are you doing here? Yes, there's a perfectly good explanation for this, I assure you. Okay, what is it? Yes, you see, well, I was... Okay, fine, you caught me. But I swear, I didn't want to do this. Carnius put me up to it. He said he'd kill me if I didn't steal as much ore as I could. Carnius, huh? Captain Carnius Magius. He's the boss. Tough guy. But what people say about him isn't really all true. Really, I mean, why would I say anything bad about him? I suppose not. But I still have to tell Falco what's going on. Why would he want ore stolen from the mine that he's running? I guess so he doesn't have to write it down in the ledger. So he can take a cut of the profits. He's a greedy, greedy Imperial. Where'd he go? Oh,
Another day.
that's him.
Well, it couldn't get worse. Could it?
It could. Hello, Sunel Rilvain. Are you here on assignment, or did you just stop by? Always here on assignment. I don't want to stay here any longer than I have to. We need to catch Urin Marin in the act. Sunil Rilvain, and soon. Just as I suspected, I didn't want to say anything at the time, but I was relatively sure that Carnius was involved. Well, now that we have a witness, perhaps it's time that we bring this matter to the attention of the investors. I'll see to it that Urin is sequestered in one of the colony's storerooms for now. Go see what Carnius has to say for himself, won't you? Well, you know, it would be nice for that, Enwa to be removed from his position. I suppose... Divine intervention. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful myrrh. Okay, so we have to go find Carnius. Yes, that's what I want to see. Is
Master of the
everyone
fighters.
blocking the
Well met,
stairs.
friend.
How may we serve you?
Okay, everyone needs to move, please. And I mean everyone. Well, that helps. Thank you.
What say you? Who cares about Nord crackpots? We've got a lot to do here.
Alright, Carnius. What is it, underling? Well, we need to talk about what's going on in Raven Rock. Yes, what's your explanation for all that ore that you're having Urimarin withhold? You're going to accuse me of being involved in this? Haha, so be it. But I warn you, be very careful with how you handle this, underling. It'll be my word against the word of a thief. Whom do you think will be believed? I don't know. But it wasn't to come here to argue with him. It was to see what his response would be. He denies having any involvement with Urine's theft and says Urimarin will be dealt with. Which means they're going to have to return to Falco and let him know.
What say you?
It's not all that bad here, I suppose. Wish it was warmer. It'll be okay, even with the Nords.
All I ask for is a pair of boots.
Yeah.
How hard could it be?
Smelly Argonian. Just take me to Raven Rock. The day is getting on. Magnus is going down. Falco. Bless you. In the name of the Nine Divines, bless you. Yeah, so about the matter of Urimarin. He was found dead shortly after being locked up. Of course, I have no proof that he was murdered, and there are no witnesses. I'm sure Carnius had something to do with it, but if I can't prove it, I don't dare accuse him of it. At least the thieving problems should stop, for now. You've done good work, Snow. Thank you. Thank you for the gold. I could probably be doing this for free, which essentially I am. Do you have any more work? No, I don't have anything for you right now. We're concentrating on finishing up the current construction here at the site. Come find me when we're done with it. Well, when will that be?
Another day, another 100 miles of ore.
Very industrious, these people. There's a lot of Dunmer here as well. Mostly Dunmer, I would say. Okay, well, we can always just go and stay at Thirsk for a few days, I suppose. What else are we gonna do? I'm not gonna hang out here in the cold. You know, sometimes I wish Dunmer women would do that. Oh, yeah, right in the cold, though. No, in the nice warm weather of Morrowind. Walking around with barely anything on. But it's very improper, and it is getting too cold, and Magnus is going down. I need to get to Thirsk. I'll never get used to this cold. Not fully. Never. I can't even see where Thirsk is. I know this leads to a lot of coldness. It leads to the Lake Fjelding. And Lake Fjelding is right where Thirsk is. Right there. The Utafrek must have been the only troll in all of Solstheim. Maybe there was another one that was more that are buried underneath. But who knows? It must have come from somewhere. As far as I know, there's a lot of trolls in Cyrodiil. Okay. Let's just relax for the next few days. We don't really have to do anything. Even leave this place. It's nice and warm here. Hello, my lord. I have a gift for you. Just a little something. I've written a revised edition of the History of Thirsk, and would like for you to have the first copy. It chronicles your valiant battle against the Utafrek, and adds you to the list of chieftains. May you rule over Thirsk for years to come.
Care for some light reading?
Bretons. Okay. Thirsk, a history revised. Where do I come into this? Have I not read this? No. Okay. Well, Expansion. The Thirsk Mead Hall is nearly the same today as it was over 100 years ago, a testament to the quality of its construction. But while Thirsk itself did not grow, its inhabitants did, and before long, the Grand Mead Hall could not house all who wished to dwell within. So over the years, many Nords have left Thirsk to establish their own private dwellings out in the wilderness of Solstheim, relying on the island's many caves and natural shelters. Is this where Uncle Sweetshare originally came from then? Well, he built his own cabin, I guess, his own home. But those who left are always welcome back at Thirsk, and many return frequently to enjoy the Mead Hall's hospitalities. It is also important to note that, although over 100 years have passed since the group first left the Skull village, the Skull and Thirsk Nords have always remained civil to one another, and even trade resources on occasion. Relationship with the Empire. Throughout the years, the Thirsk Nords and the Empire... Oh, I've already read all that, I remember it. I think this is the only part he added into here. Snail Rilvang, Dark Elf male, slew the Udifract and presented his heart as a battle trophy. Still chieftain as of the writing of this work. Yes, thanks for the revised edition. Well, I don't know what to do. Let's go see if there is any, I may have commissioned some work for... I forget the Nord's name. The Nord who works... He's a blacksmith, but he tailors... Yes.
My lord, I can craft armor worthy of a chieftain.
What about that Snow Wolf armor? Your custom piece of armor is ready. Here you go, Snow. One expertly crafted Snow Wolf helm. It came out even better than I expected. If you need anything else, I'm your man. What are you wearing, actually? Because I got this for you, Shani. Oh, she's wearing a wolf helmet. So what would a Snow Wolf helmet look like? Doesn't quite go... Well, that's all Snow Wolf armor. Except for the boots and the arms. Oh. She's pretty in anything. Alright, well... Let's go back into the meat hall and just... Wait till, I think it's about time to return to Raven Rock, I suppose. The second phase of construction should be complete. I should check in at the colony to see if there's any work for me. First seed. Well... Let's divine intervention. Shani, my love, is with me. This way. I suppose if we're going to get this colony really sufficiently running on its own... take me to Raven Rock, please. The colony grows. With any luck, it will bring more travelers. Yeah, I'm sure it will. We're going to have to get rid of Carnius somehow. As ever, she is the picture of beauty. It's nice to look upon a beautiful woman, beautiful face, and know that she's yours.
If it's not one thing, it's another.
It seems to be. Have you finished the work that you said you were doing? Yes, I have a matter that needs urgent attention. Something has gone horribly wrong with Cellar Favelin, and I need you to attend to him immediately. What's wrong? I don't know what's gotten into him. Word is that he's been trying to fight anyone who walks into the bar. You have a bar here? This just isn't like him at all. Find out what's going on, and see if you can settle him down. Alright, Snow? He's probably still in there. Oh. Oh, wow. Yeah, this wasn't here a few days ago. Neither was these buildings. Wow. It's Imperial-ish. It's just very, very rustic. Where's the windows? I'm used to seeing the stained glass windows. Are you going in there? You are, aren't you? What have they told you to do? Please don't hurt my husband. Hurt your husband? I just don't know what's gotten into him. He's been sick lately, and I think he's tired. Tired of being old. tired of feeling useless. But I just don't know why he'd do this. Please make sure he's safe, Snow. I don't know what I'd do without him. Don't hurt him, whatever you do. If he tries to fight you, just don't fight back. He can't keep it up for long. That's what they say about all old people. Old men, at least. Old Mur, too. Yeah, they really need to put a sign out here. Okay, no fighting. What was his name? Cellar Favonim, so, yeah, he's got to be Dunmer. With an Imperial bartender. Hello. Greetings, Snow Rovane. We've got beds and we've got food. Either of those interest you? Maybe the bed in a while. It's nice to know I don't have to run all the way back to Thirsk. What's going on here? I suppose they've sent you to deal with me, haven't they? Well then, let's get this over with. You're not some kind of coward, are you? Come on, fight me. If I'm gonna die, then I'm gonna go out with a bang.
There is no escape.
Shiny. At least you didn't fight. If this was Chulan, he probably would have brought out his sword. Can't keep swinging. Too tired. Just fight me, okay? Come on. No, I don't think I need to. I'm too tired. Just can't fight anymore. Kill me, won't you? Just tell them you had no choice, that you had to defend yourself. I just don't want to live like this anymore. Why would you want to die? Why? Look at me. I'm an old man. My health is failing. I'm of no use in the mines, and I'm a burden to my family. I don't want to waste away in bed, don't you see? That's no way for a man to die. Mur. What about your wife? My wife will be better off without me, whether she knows it or not. What, you think you know better? This isn't your only option. I suppose you're going to try and tell me my family is more important, right? Look, I don't want things to end like this, but I don't want Drelora to have to see me wasting away in front of her. I don't want her to have to take care of me because I can't do it myself. Just kill me, won't you? Put an end to this. No, I won't. You're right. You're right. I know you're right. I'm sorry. I'll stop. And I'll try to look on the bright side from now on. Oh, Shani, I love you.
Go ahead.
You did the right things. I was afraid that she couldn't bear seeing me getting pummeled by this old Mur. So what are you going to do now, then? Is it snowing again? Feels like it, from the way my joints ache. It's always snowing. No thanks, we have plenty here already. Alright, well, I'm sure that your wife will be very happy. He's alive. Thank you for sparing Seller's life, Snow Rovane. For another Dunmer, I'll do anything. For a friend as well, too. Alright, Falco, I think I took care of that issue you had there. Have you calmed down Cellar Favelnam, Snow? Yes, I have. Thank you, Snow Rovane. It would have been easy to kill him, and it would have been in your right to do so. You've shown great compassion, and I wish to reward that. It's a lot of gold just for settling some brawler at the bar. Thank you. Do you have any other assignments for me? Something has happened in the mine. The men have unearthed a burial cavern, but it's unlike any we've seen before. There's some sort of ice in there that they can't break through. I want you to find out what it is. There are some Nords that live just south of where the Harstrad and Ilsed rivers meet. Go talk to the one named Grering and see if he can tell you anything. Grering. He's some kind of outcast from the Nord society here on the island. I don't know the details, nor do I care to. I understand he can be found just south of where the river divides, south of the stone bridge that crosses it. I may have met him already. Okay, well, I guess I'll go and see him then. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.